There's nothing like a quiet morning with a matcha, watching the world go by. Here, in this liminal space, away from the tense past and perfect future, I float. Up, up, and away in a balloon. A roaring torch above our heads driving levity. The force lifting us skyward against gravity. The opposing force pulling us earthward. Following the sun's golden chariot, we trail through the sky in a rainbow curve. Past mountains so tall the snow never melts. Dusty sunlight splashing over mountains. We float with the winds, conducting water vapors into a shimmering dance of currents. Change is the only constant, like the instructions held in our genes, the pull of gravity, or the way the wind blows. There are some things out of our control. Our floating basket lands upon a soft meadow, where the grasses bow down to the winds, and dawn puts out the stars. I have been searching, lantern in hand, through deserts and caves, over mountains and valleys and seas, as the ocean's breath filled the belly of my sails. I've plunged into wine-dark waters, dove through smoke rings, emerging with bated breath. For in the pathless woods, I heard the silence of the trees, their luster and their mysteries. Bunburying, from Oscar Wilde, is to avoid one's duties and responsibilities by claiming to have appointments to see a fictitious person, especially to escape to the country. To Bunbury, one must accept that the journey may be dangerous. Dangerous as a world where fraud and cunning prosper over love and loyalty. Treacherous. Treacherous as a solar particle storm, spewing radioactive materials. Yet I soldier on. I shall drape my body in fabrics, throw coins into wishing wells, bask in Earth's Goldilocks distance from the sun, thinking nothing but true thoughts. Yet it was gargoyles, for I had let my braids down from my tucked-away tower, opened the chest of my sealed-away heart. Gargoyles. They whispered sweet nothings and Trojan lies, fired arrows into my Achilles' heel. The bastion of my heart could not take another plunder. One must let go or be dragged. For I was a squeezed lemon, a collapsed souffle. I wished to lie flat as a pancake in my glass coffin, and not be awakened less by a night. Long baths were my only solace, with tepid water holding me in hollow, unmoving stillness. A living statue. Mom. I'm making a movie.
Okay.
About Eurosummer.
Okay.
Don't be surprised if Steven Spielberg calls me.
Okay. Actually, I'd be really surprised.
Onward I traveled, up a mountain extending ever skywards, tracing water cycles from sea to air to land. Yes, there are dents in my armor, from my tribulations of almost but not quite. An adventure filled with sharp inclines, followed by precipitous descents, and rocks steep and slippery, with rough edges smoothed by the onrush of falling water.
Bravo, you are almost done.
Me and the gargoyle. Together we were like Hermione and Ron, an oxymoron. I was the oxy. For I have traversed ruins upon ruins, but none as ruinous as the affections of a gargoyle. Such sweet nothings, ebbing and flowing like candlelight, glowing here, flickering there, digging for jewels buried in treasure chests. Falling into deep valleys where the sun never shines, I was but a song, played like Apollo's lyre. My time has come to cut the thread wound from the spindle tethering me to the labyrinth. I was free, filled with a zest that flowed like a bed of groundwater, rising with each scribble of a pen, every whisper to the stars, each dance of words twirling, written in scraps of borrowed time, dancing under twilight, blanketing me in its shadows. The journey brought me through water cascading over rocks and cresting waves, past screeching winds, wind-swept, sun-kissed, sand-blown, over falls tumbling down into a pool of cold, icy melt. The journey revived the coals under my faded hearth, fanning the embers into flames, as I bid farewell to the trendy metropolis I call home. the city that lends anonymity, gravity, amplifies scarcity. Knowing all the answers is so passé. Instead, facing my spiritual misalignment with the congestion, the smog of it all, to lie on the ground to stare at the stars with the sky as my blanket shedding heart-shaped teardrops, emptying the dust from my shoes, leaving nothing behind me but the scent of my complimentary hotel body lotion. In full bloom, I follow a magnetic pull to a place and trade that commands my physical presence, and to the past, the present, to the empty canvas of what's yet to come, I fill that space with hope.